This is the end of my 4th day. I started up that end, made a safety area, then I've been working my way through here towards the gate, which is my entrance and exit really, but it was all overgrown, you couldn't get through to it. Right, I'm just going to stop that there. This is my lockdown project of having a go at clearing up the rubbish on a piece of land that belongs to the Old Highways charity of Gooderstone. This land was originally highways for repairing the roads, so they dug a big hole, and then after it was used for that, they filled the hole up with rubbish, and the 0.4 acre site became Gooderstone's local rubbish pit, taking in rubbish from the surrounding villages like Oxborough, Hillborough and Fowden, Cockley, Cly. I don't know, apparently lorries used to come in here. Obviously, while I've been working on the site, I've been collecting local information, and the kids have always played on this piece of land, and several of the old boys of the village say that they used to get home from school and come straight down here to rummage around in the rubbish that had been tipped in that day. Also mad stories of kids jumping down the side of the pit on car bonnets and pushchairs and bicycles and stuff. Goodestone Pit is where the kids go and play to hide up and to do mad things like rope swings and death pits and dens. There's actually a group of kids from the village that have made a den that is active just at the back of this piece of land in 2021. So the Goodestone play area is in full swing. And what I wanted to say was this is a video that I took at the start of the project, and this land had been derelict for at least 30 odd years. Apparently Parkers, local farmers, used to rent it so they could have access to the pit for pheasants, but they never cared about it, they just used it, and it was covered from top to bottom with glass and all sorts of rubbish, mainly from the turn of the century, so it wasn't too bad a rubbish. Not so much, there was some plastic. If you look in here, there's tyres and televisions and stuff which I've stacked up to be got rid of later. I'm now a good 2 years into the project, and it seems that I've had quite a lot of opposition from the landlady of the pub, who's now got onto the council and has basically taken over the project, blaming me and saying I've messed up a nature reserve. She seems to think there was badgers and all sorts of mad wildlife in here, which there probably was, but they also had to risk being cut by broken glass and rubbish, human waste and shit and wire and chicken wire and all sorts of crap. So people make up their own story, but I've recorded it and evidenced it, and this is my Goodestone Pit project. Whether they want to blame me for their total irresponsibility over the last 20, 30, 40 years. This was just pure rubbish. There was a pit and a hole in the centre of it, which had been filled with rubbish. We dug it over with a digger, which we've put onto YouTube, and it was 15 foot deep and 20 odd foot round. Never capped off, never finished off, just let grow over with blackthorn rubbish. So my project was to what's the word? Well, it's a restoration project. I like taking old shit things and making them like new. So I'm halfway through the project, but I'm getting picked fault with a lot. Okay, I'm going to carry on. This is just a video I done at the time. I just wanted to point out that just through there is a gap in the fence. Right, I am now about to walk under a danger zone. Danger, danger. Big split limb hanging over the trees. It's supported, so I know it ain't really going nowhere. Right, so Goodestone Council had been talking about sorting the land out, about doing something. There was no access to the land because of the brambles and the crap. These trees needed looking at and sorted out. I've lightened the load off it and ivy severed it, but it's going to die of ash dieback. And the council don't really want to take responsibility for it, didn't want to do anything about it, couldn't make any decisions about it, don't seem to have had the, well, all they can do is go, have you got insurance? You shouldn't be on there. The kids don't need insurance to run around in this pit. They never have done. I used to be in there. Thing I shouldn't used to have done. I used to take my dog running around in there, and the amount of glass that was there, I shouldn't have even had her. Well, I shouldn't have been in there myself. But kids go everywhere, and it's the known play place where kids go to hide up in Gooderstone. So the reason I'm cleaning this up is because it was a health and safety risk and Gooderstone's hidden shit pit. Now, Elizabeth Coleman seems to think that this was a great and perfect nature reserve that I've now messed up, which is a joke. And I'm glad to see it being cleaned up, and I hope that they actually take some responsibility for it now. It is actually public Goodestone ground that belongs to Goodestone charity, which belongs to Goodestone people. But that is a death trap. This is also a death trap waiting to happen, fall on someone's head. It's dead and broken. Hole in the fence. This is Goodestone Pit open to the public. So earlier on I had someone come walking through here, straight in here, straight under here. Danger, danger, danger of death, danger of smack on the head, past the rubbish and the glass and the shit. And we have a dying ash tree. It's got ash dieback. And it's never been maintained. Can't get to it. Can't get round it. Like ideally it wants ivy. No, it's a dangerous tree that needs to be cut down under health and safety within days, hopefully. That was a bit extreme. I've ivy severed it. So I'm coming in here. I'm going to record this, even though I'm not making this public. Yeah. But like this has been used as a recreational dump. I put that for probably asbestos in my mum's wheelie bin. It was left to the village to be a dump, and a dump it was, and a dump it is. So I've been in here. I set up a safety zone where I parked here to let everyone know that I was here. I then cleared my way into this area, found another danger zone. This tree here, to me, I consider dangerous. It's got big snappy bits, snappy bit here, big hangy limb
hanging out with too much weight on. I actually took a bit off the end and it sprung up to 10 foot high. But that is also another very unhealthy tree. So here it was 3 parts. One's gone that way, one's gone that way, the back's rotten out of it, and it leans, it swings about 5 foot in the wind. I won't even work under it. So we got a pig ark in today, so the land is now occupied and in use, which the council will be very glad to hear, because so far as well, it's a death trap open to the public at the moment, and they've been very irresponsible.